Hi,
Hi.
everyone.
Hi. Tell us again.
Nice to see you again. Lynn, thank you for doing that for the community book club.
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad. Too bad that we didn't have enough time for the demo, but I was able to show a little bit, so that was fun. All right. So a quick announcement. Next week we will be at offsite, the solar team. So I need to think out the calendar, but I did just put in the notes. We will probably not be able to host the meeting unless somebody else would be willing to. So I would say just cancel the meeting. And then for today, I saw Dimitro put a topic. I actually don't think, Dimitro, you're not here, right? Okay. I want to open up the floor to see if anybody else have any topic. I do have a topic I want to bring up. Does anybody else have any topic?
I have just maybe a question on like um the folks that are like doing development on the project. Usually, where do they have the discussions? Is looks like it's not happening in this meeting. Um, when I check Discord, then there's not that many discussions on activities. Is there other places are discussing things?
That's a good question. So, so far, we haven't really had a lot of meetings. A lot of stuff are just happening in GitHub. But if there's dedicated meeting from a development side we need it, we can certainly spin that off. Right now, it's mostly just in GitHub. And the reason we host this meeting on a weekly basis is we want to hear user feedback and people if they want to discuss development issues. This is certainly also a good platform to have the discussion. So for instance, like John was bringing up the cell discussion, the library, so
Yep.
that's development related item, right? So yeah, this meeting is it can be for that too. If you have anything you are interested in development and yeah, if we have enough interest and attendance for a dedicated development meeting, we can start to host that on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. But right now, it's just mostly happening in the GitHub. I don't know if anybody else wants to weigh in on that. Gopal, by the way, is this your first time joining?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, please welcome and maybe
Okay.
give us a quick intro. We're so excited to join us today.
So hi, my name is Gopal. I'm from Delhi, India. So I'm working with Deutsche Telekom Digital Labs. So we are associated with the German counterparts and also handling the other entities which are in Europe. So I'm from the platform architecture team. So we started exploring the this agent AI stack few months back, and we are making very good progress with it. Uh, so currently, we were looking for a solution where we can filter out the MCP data, like equivalent to envoys out of processing, and something with agent or user level tracking as well, so we can get the metrics.
Sorry, let me admit one guest. Oh, it's already did. Okay, so you mentioned about something about Envoy. I got confused now.
So it's similar. We are interested in explore. Means I was trying the external processing capability of the agent gateway.
Mhm.
not able to find any working example as well, nor able to reuse the existing external process gRPC implementations. So
Yeah, I think we have some on the K-Gateway side. So if you're using K-Gateway, like we have an end-to-end test that has an example with an XProc server you can test out. So I think the docs are also, they should be published for that. If not, I can send you the example, like end-to-end test setup, and that's a good starting point.
yes, please. Also, the examples which I tried, so I was, the process gets stuck at the initial SSE streaming part.
And Nina, do you refer to here or there's more to the doc?
So I think this is the Envoy one. I think
Yeah.
I can check with Nadine and Art about the agent gateway side, but we do have some examples in our repo with the end-to-end test that spin it up. So yeah.
Okay, got it. So we have the definite docs for Envoy, and we have tests in our GitHub for agent gateway with external auth. The Envoy gateway, we actually been just ramping. We have a bring your own auth service. We've been actually ramping up all the contents on the doc, so your feedback is super important. If external auth is missing, we'd be really happy working with you all. But in the meanwhile, I appreciate you bring this up, and we can put the link in the meeting minutes so you can refer to that the test Nina was mentioning. By the way, which stage of agent gateway are you using? Because one thing we're trying to looking at agent gateway is we're trying to write people interesting cases around agent gateway. Are you in POC stage?
We are, so we do have a small product live for our home ops team that just consists of 12 to 15 members. So just we are using it in production.
You are using agent gateway in production?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you mind if I ping you offline? Because what I would really love you to do, first of all, congratulations. You got an agent gateway running in production. Second of all, what I really love you to do, if that's okay, is we would love to add you your company's logo as an adopter for open source agent gateway. Would that be something you would be interested?
Yes, but first I need to discuss it.
Okay.
Then
That's awesome. How would we find you? Are you on Discord? Can you ping me there?
Sure, I will.
Okay, thank you. And Nina, thank you for sending out the ETU test example.
And there are on the K-Gateway side. I don't know if we have them in like the standalone agent gateway, but the config is similar between both, right?
Okay.
So yeah.
Did you also was it Kavana team? They were also using this. Oh, they are external auth, not external proc, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're using XOff. Okay, I'll send that as well.
Yeah.
That.
Because I thought the Kavana team already got this working with Kavana. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like they asked you about this like a few months back.
Oh no, actually, I was
Yes.
wrong.
I'll send you the XOff examples. The XOff examples in the end-to-end tests are using like I think the Istio server, so it's kind of like a silly demo example. But I can also link the Kyverno example, which is a little more interesting.
Thanks, but we are able to try a POC on XOR and able to get it working.
Oh, cool.
Feeling issues with challenges with external processing.
Okay, so you were right, Nina. It is the XProc they have the issue, but I'm so glad you got the external auth working. That's great.
Okay, then I'll just keep only the doc link. But yeah, if anyone's interested in XOff, there's also a setup example in the test as well. But I think, yeah, Xsoft, the docs are pretty up to date.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, so Gapa, let's make sure we follow up offline on this because we would love, this is one thing we love you help us to be successful with Agent Gateway. All right, I saw Dimitro. Dimitro, you just joined, right?
Yes.
Remy?
Sorry, a
Okay.
bit late, but
Okay, I know you had a topic. Did we discuss last time? I don't remember, so I will make sure we have some.
I think yes. No, I don't have any topic for today.
Okay, so we already discussed this last time. I was wrong there. Sorry, I lost track. Okay, I have one topic to discuss. This might be just my limited understanding of Cursor and also other coding tools. So what I find out so I've been playing with a couple of MCP servers. So what I find out if I use Agent Gateway as the endpoint for my Cursor, and if I do have Agent Gateway connect to multiple MCP server, which uses the multiplexing feature, and Cursor seems not supporting the MCP server through multiplexing. So basically, what we have is if Agent Gateway is only connecting to one MCP server, I think Cursor handles fine. But the moment I turn Agent Gateway into a multiplexing MCP gateway, the first MCP server, I got it working, stopped working. I was just curious if anybody observed something like that, or is there any workaround? I haven't tried Visual Studio Code. I suspect it's the same problem.
I think I thought you showed that demo today of Cursor to Agent Gateway having three MCP servers, and it worked. No,
that's right. It was working, but if you remember, I added the other backends later on. So Agent Gateway is working, but Cursor, in the Cursor's log, it actually shows because your tools are using multiplexing, it's giving some error. So I was just curious, did anybody else hit this? Or it was just me?
I don't know if it's exactly the same thing, but I am also experimenting with multiplexing. And I find, for instance, that if I have Agent Gateway running and I update the config, even though it reloads successfully, I use VS Code, the IDE, through GitHub Copilot. It struggles to continue communicating with either with both the pre-existing MCPs that were already configured and the ones that I just added to the config. So I have to quit the Agent Gateway running process and restart it, and everything is fine. So I'm not sure if it's coming from the VS Code side or it's coming from the Agent Gateway side.
Yeah, that sounds like what I run into. So in your case, when you quit to Agent Gateway, do you also have to change your endpoint, not point to the Agent Gateway, but point to the individual MCP servers?
Yeah, in my case, I do have them all on one port, but with a path prefix. So localhost / GitHub or / Notion, etc.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I saw too. It took me a long time to debugging, and finally, if I figure out it was because the multiplexing, because if Agent Gateway only have one, I think it's perfect, fine. Given Cursor is based on Visual Studio Code, I think we're saying the same thing. Well, the reason I want to bring up here is I want to brainstorming is something we can do. Do we need to talk to Visual Studio Code team to look into maybe have this on their roadmap to be able to support multiplexing, or if there's any workaround?
So I came in late. What is the issue with multiplexing in VS Code?
So basically, I think with Cursor, and Isaac was using VS Code, if you config, actually I can show you. So if you config, sorry, I'm already presenting. So basically, if you config your Cursor MCP .json, right? So I'm going to show. Let's see, show entire screen. Okay, so basically, what I have is I have my cursor config to use Agent Gateway, which I'm listening on 3000. And if my backend only have one thing, which means if I'm only having this as my target, that works fine when I call Argo MCP server from Cursor, which you can see I was able to deploy some application on the right side. However, the moment I add all the other ones, even just adding one, now right now I have 4. So if I'm adding just one of them, the moment I turn Agent Gateway to do multiplexing, even if regardless I restart or not restart Cursor, and I keep the same config mcp.json, this Argo CD MCP stopped working, and also this new one I added, it's not working either. However, it's not I can't say it's a problem with the Agent Gateway because the MCP inspector works perfectly fine. It's just, I remember seeing something in the Cursor slug. It says because your MCP tools was using multiplexing, we couldn't use it or something like that.
Okay, it's probably trying to give resources or something, and we just need to return no resources or something instead of.
Oh, get
Okay,
the tools.
I think I know what the issue is. Do you mind opening a GitHub issue, and you don't have to put any details in it. I'll remember.
Oh, do you think we could actually fix it on Agent Gateway? I wasn't sure. I can dig through the Cursor log for you too.
I don't need the log. I know what the issue is.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought we actually have to talk to the Visual Studio Code team. Yeah, I'm happy to open an issue. I'm glad I'm not the only one running into this, and John, you already know what might be the problem.
It's John. Is that you thinking the MCP client is doing more calls to just tools like prompts and resources and the other stuff?
We report the capabilities and we say, hey, we support prompts, and then it tries to list the prompts, and we give it an error and say, hey, you can't list prompts because we don't support prompts with multiplexing. So what we need to say instead is just, hey, we don't support prompts, and then it will try to list prompts, and then it should be fine.
And the same thing for resources?
Same thing. I think so, yeah. There's a couple that we don't support with multiplexing, so we just need to find which ones those are, make sure we don't report those as capabilities we have. I
see. That'll be the only difference between one working and we have another one. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that error, the multiplexing not supported, that's returned by Agent Gateway itself, not by Cursor.
That's a message from Agent Gateway. Okay, not Cursor. There's no such thing as multiplexing.
Yeah, Cursor.
I was thinking like there's no such thing as multiplexing in the spec, right? The multiplexing is an Agent Gateway concept.
Yeah.
So that message came from Agent Gateway.
By the way, it is some multiplexing, but I thought it was complaining about multiplexing about tools. I was like, we'll support tools. All right, that was something I want to bring up. Does anybody else have anything they want to bring up?
Yeah, I have a quick question. So
yeah,
I love what you're doing with the docs. I've been playing with them, specifically the tutorials that you now have. There are 2 tutorials there. One is for federation and one is for multiplexing. And looking at the content of both tutorials, I really couldn't tell what the difference is supposed to be between multiplexing and federation. Can someone shed light or make it clearer in the docs? So under the tutorials for the Agent Gateway local binary version.
okay. Only on the local, not on the Kubernetes, right?
Yeah, I haven't looked at the Kubernetes because I'm not using that context right now. So
okay. Docs local under tutorial. This one, federation was multiplexing. The difference?
yeah, the tutorials are pretty similar, and I can't tell what the difference is supposed to be conceptually.
It looks like the same to me. Is the example of what I did.
Yeah, it looks pretty similar. It's probably just in some of the refactoring, we probably ended up with duplicative information.
Well, so basically we have a multiplexing. We should look into consolidate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's exactly the same. We probably just, we're gonna rename it or something and then have both instead of moving it.
So there's no such thing as federation. What is
Yeah, I don't know.
federation?
I don't think we
Right.
multiplex is usually the term we use, so we should probably delete the federation one and keep multiplexing.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Isaac, for reading it. Actually, have a actual sharp eye on our docs and the report issues. We really appreciate that. I don't think we have Art here, so I will follow up with him offline on that. All right, anything else? By the way, John, before you join, GoPa on the community call today, they are using Agent Gateway in production. So we're hopefully he can add his logo with approval to the site.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry I was late. I got distracted making some changes to Agent Gateway.
I should have pinned you then. I thought you might be in a critical meeting. All right, I'm not seeing any other hands or questions. If that's the case, should we wrap this up for today? All right, Gopa, please do ping me offline. I'd love to chat about how we can help make your case that other people are also excited about. And we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.